This is Plant-Based Briefing. Fight erectile dysfunction and 4 more reasons to go plant-based this Movember by Josh Cullimore, MD at pcrm.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson of the Curated Content Plant-Based Podcast, where I search for some of the best blogs and articles on plant-based and vegan living, get permission, and read them to you here in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. And because I don't interview any guests on this podcast, I'm really just working by myself, talking into a void. So I really appreciate emails or any feedback you guys send in the form of positive reviews. I'm going to share one that I received from Australia from Belle Lassie. It's titled Educational and Thought-Provoking and says, I learned something new in every episode I listen to. Love it. So thank you so much for that review. And if you could take a minute to leave a positive review, I'd really appreciate it. It's easy to do. Just go to plantbasedbriefing.com and you can either click Contact Me and send me an email, or there's a button at the top that says Rate and Review this podcast. That'll take you to any of the podcast sites that accept reviews that work for the device that you're on. So it's pretty easy, and I'd love to give you a shout out if you leave a review. Today's post is from the Physicianscommittee for Responsible Medicine. They're a nonprofit organization founded by Dr. Neal Barnard, and they combine the clout and expertise of more than 12,000 physicians, dietitians, and scientists, and 200,000 members worldwide. They're changing the way doctors treat chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and cancer by putting prevention over pills and empowering patients to take control of their own health. And since 1985, they've worked tirelessly for alternatives to the use of animals in medical education and research, and for more effective scientific methods. And today's post talks about Movember, which is an annual event that started in 2003 and involves the growing of mustaches during the month of November to raise awareness of men's health issues such as prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's suicide, with the goal of helping men live happier, healthier, and longer lives. So now let's get to today's plant-based briefing. Fight erectile dysfunction and 4 more reasons to go plant-based this Movember by Josh Cullimore, MD at pcrm.org. Movember, which takes place every November, raises awareness of men's health issues. Learn how eating a plant-based diet and avoiding meat and dairy products can help fight erectile dysfunction, reduce the risk of prostate cancer, improve mood, and lead to overall better health. Number 1. Fight erectile dysfunction and heart disease. Erectile dysfunction is a sign of narrowed arteries throughout the body, including to the penis, and can be an indication of heart disease. One recent meta-analysis of 25 studies found that men with ED have a 59% higher risk of coronary heart disease or atherosclerosis, a 34% higher risk of stroke, and a 33% higher risk of dying from any cause compared with men without symptoms of ED. But a healthful plant-based diet can help unblock arteries, improving blood flow to the heart and brain, as well as to the penis. In fact, a plant-based diet is associated with reduced risk of erectile dysfunction, according to research recently published in the Journal of Urology. Previous research has found that men with the highest intakes of anthocyanins, flavones, and flavonones, compounds found in fruits such as strawberries, apples, blueberries, and citrus, lowered their risk for ED by 14% when compared with those who consumed the least. For more information, watch this video linked here called Foods That Can Help Erectile Dysfunction. Number 2. Protect your prostate. Eating a more plant-based diet may help protect the prostate. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who followed a vegan diet had a 35% lower prostate cancer risk than those following a non-vegetarian, lacto-ovo-vegetarian, pesco-vegetarian, or semi-vegetarian diet. New research in the Journal of Urology found that men who consume the most plant-based foods decrease their risk of dying from prostate cancer by 19%. Ditching dairy can also help. A study published last month found that a high intake of dairy products such as milk increased the risk of developing prostate cancer. Previous research has shown the same. High intakes of dairy products, including whole and low-fat milk and cheese, increase the risk for prostate cancer, according to a meta-analysis that looked at 32 studies. For more information, watch this video linked here called A Plant-Powered Approach to Prostate Cancer. Number 3. Have healthy hormone levels. Men on vegan diets have as much testosterone as men who eat meat. Researchers assessed diet records for 191 participants and tracked their testosterone levels, finding no differences in testosterone levels. If you were worried about consuming tofu, tempeh, or other soy foods, don't. Research shows that neither soy foods nor isoflavin supplements from soy affect testosterone levels in men. For more information, watch Does Soy Lower Testosterone? Linked here. Number 4. Improve fertility. Avoid hot dogs, bacon, and other processed meat to help keep your sperm healthy. Researchers analyzed 364 samples of semen from 156 men who were having reproductive difficulties and asked the men to complete a food record. Those with higher intakes of processed meat products, more than 1/3 of a serving per day, saw more abnormalities in sperm count, size, and shape compared with men who ate less. But eating more fruits and veggies could help keep you fertile. Researchers compared the dietary intake of antioxidants in 10 fertile and 48 infertile men and correlated the findings with sperm motility. Infertile men were twice as likely to have a low intake of fruits and vegetables, less than 5 servings per day, compared with fertile men. For more information, watch Foods That Affect Fertility, linked here. And number 5, boost your mood. A physicianscommittee study found that eating a plant-based diet and removing animal products, including meat and dairy, from your diet can be helpful for improving mood and reducing depression and anxiety. Plant foods provide fiber, which helps the digestive tract. In turn, that seems to protect against depression. Data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Study showed that the more fiber people ate, the less likely they were to be depressed. Beans, vegetables, fruits, and whole grains provide fiber, but there is zero fiber in meat, eggs, and dairy products. For more information, watch Foods That Help Depression, linked here. You just listened to Fight Erectile Dysfunction and 4 More Reasons to Go Plant-Based this Movember by Josh Cullimore, MD, at pcrm.org. And this post reminds me of the Game Changers documentary. There's a famous part in there about this very topic. And I'll put a link to the film in the show notes, but you can also find it at gamechangersmovie.com, and it's streaming on Netflix right now. And the article mentions soy, and there's still so many myths around soy. I'll put a link in the show notes as well to 3 related episodes that do discuss that soy is not only safe, but it's very healthy for you. Those are episodes 36, 49, and 120. So please take a minute to go to plantbasedbriefing.com and leave me a review if you don't mind. I would really appreciate it, and I'd be happy to give you a shout out if you had something nice to say. Thanks for listening.